Favorite and least favorite foods, desserts count. Oh God. I don't know what my, I will, I got it. I got this. I was about to say, I don't know what my least favorite food is. And then it jumped into my head. But I'll go with my favorite food. One of my favorite foods is Thai coconut chicken soup, tom kha gai. Sorry, Thai people. I'm sure I didn't pronounce that right. It's absolutely one of my. I mean, obviously, I've had good tom kha gai and bad tom kha gai, but it's one of my favorite foods for sure. That's like if I have to pick a single dish. Now, I'm not saying that's like if I had to eat one food for the rest of my life, that's what I would pick. Because, like, I wouldn't want to eat nothing but tom kha gai for the rest of my life. But in terms of just the sheer pleasure I get from eating it, it's one of my favorites. I think if I had to, like, pick, like, one food, like if you had to pick, like, one food to eat for the rest of your life, it probably would be pizza. Like, pizza's kind of got it all. As long as you're not gluten intolerant. Like, I really like... I don't think it would... I think it would take me a long time to get tired of eating pizza. And here's the thing. You can put whatever you want on pizza, right? So the toppings can be so varied. As far as my least favorite food... it is like, I'm obviously like excluding just kind of like disgusting foods, right? Like, I'm not going to name specific foods, but there are some foods that unless you grew up eating them, they are just repulsive to you, right? So we're not talking about that, but my least favorite food that other people regularly consume and think is good is eggplant. I freaking hate the texture of eggplant, and I would say that I hate the flavor of eggplant, except eggplant has no flavor. Look at any eggplant recipe, and the very first thing they'll have you do is start preparing the eggplant to not taste like eggplant and to taste like something else. So the first thing you do is you salt the eggplant, and you dry the eggplant, and you turn the eggplant into a blank space, and then you infuse the eggplant with flavor of something else. Guess what? You could just skip the eggplant and go with the flavor. It's like eggplant. Like, there's no recipe that has eggplant in it that wouldn't be improved if something else was there instead of the eggplant. Eggplant Parmesan? Oh, do you know what's better than eggplant Parmesan? Chicken Parmesan. Oh, but I don't eat meat. Okay, well, then you're eating an inferior, less tasty dish. I saw a guy make this delicious Italian sub, and then he puts eggplant on it. The sub would have been better without the eggplant. Eggplant is terrible. The best thing anyone ever says about a recipe with eggplant in it is, doesn't taste like eggplant. What more do you need? It's the best compliment you can give it. Nobody ever went, oh, this is so good. Is this eggplant? And if they did say that, they were shocked that something so good could have eggplant. They were not like, oh, this is the best eggplant I ever had. Sorry.
Also, there's like no eggplant flavored anything. There's almost everything else has a flavored something you can buy, but there's you can't buy anything. There's no eggplant flavored yogurt, you know?
Yeah. No one, there's no eggplant. Exactly. Good point, Plenty. I'm going to add that to my rant. I bought this pepper mash that comes from, oh golly, it comes from, where does it come from? I'm not going to remember the name of the country. It's made with like red peppers and eggplant, and it's this kind of like spread. It's not Ajka, that's Georgian. I'm blanking on the name of it. And it looked really good. And I tasted it, and the texture of the eggplant was enough to put me completely off it, and I just threw it away. Okay, so that's a good question. That's my eggplant rant. I've actually, if that sounded a little rehearsed, I've actually been delivering that rant. That's part of my comedy set that doesn't exist, but I've been working on that rant. I dislike eggplant so much that I have worked up like a 3-minute bit about how bad eggplant is, and this is the latest evolution of that. So. Ajvar. It's Ajvar. Thank you, Real Toto. That's it. I wanted to like Ajvar so much. What country is Ajvar from? I know that lots of countries in that area have variants on Ajvar. What country does Ajvar come from? I can't remember, though. I think it was a Balkan country. I'm not sure. I wanted to like Ajvar so much because I like peppers. I like ethnic spreads and sauces. I was so excited to try the Ajvar. And I tried it and I was like, oh my God, this has eggplant in it, doesn't it? It had this gooey, sticky texture. And I was like, sorry, F it. I threw it away. Quad City Bay Area, thank you for a $2 super chat. Pizza, thin, thick, or deep dish crust? I like all pizza. My favorite pizza is a thin crust. I like Chicago Tavern style. I think I appreciate a good crust, but a good crust can be heavy. And for me, the star of the pizza is the sauce and the toppings. And the crust is obviously you need a high quality crust, but like if you look at a Neapolitan style pizza, like obviously all the ingredients are important, but they put the crust like up there, right? With the sauce. And then, like, you know, you put some cheese on it and some mozzarella or some basil, you know, but like the crust is so important to a Neapolitan style. I would say that for me, when I'm eating a pizza, what I enjoy the most are the toppings, the cheese, and the sauce. The toppings, the sauce, and the cheese in that order. And the crust is there sort of as a delivery mechanism. So to me, I like a tavern style pizza because it doesn't fill you up with crust and you can enjoy more of the sauce and the cheese and the toppings. But hand tossed is fine. I like a hand tossed. Deep dish is my least favorite style of pizza. I question whether it should even be called pizza. It's more a casserole. You can watch Jon Stewart rant about deep dish. Google Jon Stewart deep dish rant if you want. I have enjoyed deep dish pizza every time I've eaten it, but I haven't enjoyed waiting 45 frickin' minutes for them to bake it. A pizza doesn't take 45 minutes to cook. It's a casserole. Okay. Anyway, people. AJ Farah, thank you for a $5 super chat. Have you ever had Giovanni's pizza? No, I haven't. Square cut, greasy, and thin. Yep. That sounds like tavern style. Chicago tavern style. Square cut, thin. I don't know about greasy, but one of my favorite pizza places here in Knoxville is called Little Joe's Pizza. And they have that style of pizza. At the time, I only relatively recently learned of square cut tavern style pizza. That it was a named style of pizza and came from Chicago. And it turns out the owner of Little Joe's is from Chicago. And it's like, oh, okay, it all adds up. So I've never had it, no. The reason, hang on. Okay, we're good. Killdozer says something about square cut pizza weirds me out. The reason that the pizza is square cut, okay, so first of all, the historical reason the pizza is square cut is because tavern style pizza is eaten standing at a bar. You're having a drink and you have a little snack. The bar owner brings out a pizza and cuts it into little sort of hors d'oeuvre sliced pieces that you eat by hand while you're standing at the bar, okay? But also, it's such a thin crust that if you had a big full-size slice, it wouldn't necessarily have the structure. I know that it should have the structure, but it's easier to eat the pieces when they're smaller because the thin crust maybe doesn't quite have as much structure as a thicker crust to carry the toppings. I mean, it should, but it's a little easier to eat. Anyway, that's what square cut pizza is about. Ooh, tacos are good, Bitterroot FPV. Tacos are up there. I don't think tacos would replace pizza for me, but they're one of my favorite places. There's a taco, birria tacos are one of the best things to happen to the world. Here's the only problem with birria tacos is that they're so good that I don't order other kinds of tacos that have more variety in their flavors. So like I really like a fresh taco with vegetables and meat and stuff and lime juice, but I order the birria tacos and they're so damn good that I fill up on them. That's a, yeah. Blunty says hard tacos are trash. Absolutely. Blunty, I agree with you there. Are hard tacos traditionally like Mexican? I think that they're not. I think they're an American invention, right?
Yeah, I would guess so. I'm not sure, but I don't know. Whoever invented them needs to go figure out their priorities.
Which is strange because here's the thing. How do you make a tortilla? How do you make a tortilla into a hard taco shell or a tortilla chip? What do you do to it?
I assume you smash the corn and then you fold it and then you fry it, right?
Right, you fry it. So you've got a tortilla and then you fry it and it becomes a tortilla chip, or you fold it into a U shape and you fry it and it becomes a taco shell, right? That's how you do it. And this is interesting because almost without exception, frying foods makes them better. And I think hard taco shells might be like the one time where frying a food makes it worse.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against crunch, guys. I just it's garbage. It's a garbage delivery system, right?
Yep.
It's not.
Yep.
It's not prop.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense.
But
I'll tell you what's great is, what do you call it? Like a gordita or whatever it is, like where you take
a hard taco wrapped in with some bean.
Yeah, you put some beans in the middle. 100%.
Okay.
Then you get the crunch, and then it holds it together. Then you can eat it like a normal piece of a normal food.
I can tell you eat at Taco Bell because that's the only place in the world a gordita has ever existed.
Well, we're Americans, so that's the reference.
I see you don't hate hard tacos because you're like a Mexican food purist traditionalist.
No, they're terrible deliveries. It's a bad invention.
Yeah, like, so we're going to take the delicious taco fillings, we're going to put them in the hard taco shell, we're going to bite it, and it's immediately going to shatter into a million pieces and fall all over the floor. No.
Yeah, you know the proper way to eat a hard taco is you put a burrito shell, a soft taco on the plate, and then you let it all fall in there, and then you eat it like a normal taco. Yeah. Like that's too many steps.
Yeah. Okay. Good. We've had a lot of food content in this stream, and I know that when we put the food content on the live stream clips channel, it gets very few views. People don't objectively want to watch the food content. But during the live stream, it feels very entertaining to me. I don't know. Can't Fly FPV, thank you for a $2 super chat. Look up Tacos Dorados. Tacos Dorados. What's Tacos Dorados? Is it a gordita? An authentic recipe for Tacos Dorados. These crispy tacos are also known as tacos ahogados. Filled with a potato mix. If you say so. I mean, potatoes are good, I guess. A savory consommé. Oh, shut up and just... I mean, are those radishes? I'm sorry. Radishes I also dislike. I had some pickled radishes that were very good once. Took the bitterness out of them. Raw radishes, like, it's not an absolute no, but... I don't know about that. I mean, I like fried potatoes with corn tortilla. Well, it's not to like. Seems a little starch heavy. Seems like a little starch heavy to me. I don't know. I don't know. I'd eat it if you said it in front of me.